Hello, everyone. I just tried to delete some stuff on my phone to give myself more space, and now I have less space than what I had the first time. But whatever, I'm gonna record. Um, I'm playing on my medicine ball. This is either medicine ball, yoga ball, whatever it is. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, I wanted to talk about breaking the code. So, by code, I mean mental code. So, from the time that you're born, actually, you already have a pre programmed code, your DNA, right? Things that you're predisposed to, right? Because it's in your DNA. But then, other than that code, you have another code, your mental code, that's being created as you develop as a small human being. And inside of that code, well, that code is the most powerful code, let's put it that way. Because, yeah, you have your core self, your soul, and what it came here to do. That's a code. And then you have your DNA, which belongs to the human inside of you, or the human that you live in, rather. Your skin, your body, that human belongs to a culture and a language and a people and a family. That's a code. And then you have the code of you. And that you is being developed from the time that you're a child. And as you mature, I would say, as an adult, they kind of have you believing that once you're 18, but I would say it happens long before 18. I would honestly put it at somewhere shortly after puberty that you kind of decide who you are and what you're going to be. And yeah, you can grow in those things, but all of those are predicated on the code that your parents instilled in you. And for too many people, the code that our parents instill are codes of low self-esteem, low value, low self-respect. They instill codes of inferiority, of comparison, of lack, codes of depression, codes of I was about to say brokenness, for lack of other words. Codes of poverty. There we go. Codes of poverty. We have codes of what I kind of want to call a box code, as in you're black, so black people do this. You're white, so white people do that. You're a woman, so women do this. You're a man, so men do that. That type thing. Those box codes where, you kind of sort of choose an identity and you go with it. And you stay inside, you stay inside that box because that's the code that you've been programmed with. There's very few of us, I would have to say, that are programmed with high self-esteem, with high value, with high, understanding our purpose and our true worth on this planet. Very few of us are programmed like that. And the reason I'm talking about breaking the code is because, like right now, is because of the seasons changing. And, as it gets cold, especially for those of us in the Northeast or in other cold areas up in the North, we are not making vitamin D. We don't have as much sunlight. We're not making the same amount of vitamin D. And your levels will plummet, your mood will plummet. You don't feel like doing stuff. You don't feel like going out and all that other kind of stuff. And so what I decided to do this year was to break the code, to up my levels of synthetic vitamin D and hope that it works. And and also just smaller things in my life where I find myself bumping my head against the wall, where I find myself fighting myself about going to the next level in life. Um, I find myself down talking, comparing, um, just really not believing and not having faith in myself in things that I damn well know how to do. I find that I keep continuously holding myself back. And so what I've been doing is breaking the code. And the way you break the code is not necessarily to, let's just say, if your family didn't graduate high school for 3 generations and you're the first one. That's a code broken, but it's not going to break the code, the DNA code. It's not going to break it down to another level. It may or may not get you where you need to be. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you have to do simpler and smaller things and create larger ripples and larger effects, if that makes sense. And so, for example, one code that I broke in my life before was depression. And the way I broke that code of every day feeling shitty, just being in a low mood, just not wanting to be around, just, not feeling it every day, I made my bed up. I made my bed up every day as soon as I get out of it. And I still do that. This is 5 years later. I still do that. I still get up and make my bed up. In fact, my whole entire day goes wrong when I don't make my bed up. So I take 2 minutes to get up and tuck one side and pull the sheet and pull the other side up. I do that. Also, the other way I broke myself from constantly being depressed is to get up and bathe. Even when I don't feel like it, splash water, get in there. And then you start to feel like, oh, this soap smells good. So I'm going to go ahead and bathe, things like that. What I'm doing now is I usually take a walk every day, and I've been pushing myself to run because I want to break through the code that's telling me that I can't be this kind of fit or I can't run. I'm breaking that code and starting to jog. Not for long, just for a little bit, but I'm doing it. The other code that I'm breaking, the other thing that I'm doing to break code, to break this monotony, to break the boxes open inside of my mind is wearing a dress every day. And I have a tendency to wear dresses on special occasions. So what am I doing? I am raising my vibration. This is the point of this conversation. I didn't say that in the beginning. When you break these boxes, you are raising your vibration in most cases. You're stuck on a low vibratory reality, and you got to, not only just see it in your mind, but reach for it. And the way you reach for it, especially when it seems like it's far away, is to break the code. And you break the code by these small little actions with big results. So by wearing a dress every day, I'm telling that code self of mine that every day is a special occasion. And good things happen on special occasions, right? I have noticed an immediate shift in my vibration and the way I feel and the way that I am able to manage my life. Work just got a whole lot easier. Dealing with other people has gotten easier just from doing that for a few days. So why don't you try it? Break the code, pick something small, challenge yourself. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and stuff. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And let me know in the comments, how are you going to break the code in your life? At least for the next season of your life. What do you plan to do to challenge yourself? I want to hear about it. Bye.